Stay tuned to see what's coming up, and also watch to the end for info on a giveaway. Hey loves, welcome back to part 3 of the series, How to Lace Frontal. And this is the melt the lace portion of the series. I'm just showing you the wig that I constructed with an elastic band. I purchased this hair from AliExpress and the vendor is Miss Cara. Right now I'm just putting the wig on and adjusting it to my liking. Next, I'm just going to pull the wig back over my nape area and line up the front hairline. Then I will make sure the wig is positioned exactly where I want it to be. So right now I'm just lining it up exactly where I want it. And now I'm going to pin back the hair to get ready to cut the extra lace off from around my ear. So right now I'm going to take this comb and part exactly where I want to cut this extra lace off. So be very careful and make sure it's lined up correctly and part exactly where you want to cut the extra lace off, because once you start cutting you can't go back and replace the lace or nothing. So you got to be very careful with this part. This part is very crucial. And I'm going to add a little disclaimer in there. Please be careful and not cut your ear off, because that is possible. I have nipped myself before with these scissors trying to cut this extra lace off. So please be careful and not cut your hair or your ear or anywhere on your skin. So just a little disclaimer. And as you can see, I'm cutting on that line exactly where I parted it. So we're going to cut that right above the ear. Now you're going to do the exact same thing to the other side that you did to the first side. So you're gonna line up the lace with your hairline, making sure it's lined up correctly, and pin your hair back with a clip or a clamp, whatever you have. Make sure it's pinned back so it's not in the way, so when you get ready to cut that extra lace off from that side, you won't cut off the hair or anything that you need. So you're going to pin your hair back and part it exactly where you want to cut it, right above the ear. Now, at this point, I was getting very agitated. It was like I couldn't get it lined up correctly. Like everything was kind of spiraling down right here at this point. Trying to get this part right so I won't cut too much off, because this is where your sideburns are going to be if you like sideburns on your frontal. But yeah, I was trying to make sure I wasn't cutting too much off. And then voila, like magic, it finally came together for me. So I'm slowly cutting this piece off, making sure I don't nip myself, and making sure it's cut right above the ear, lining it up. Now this is where my gotta be freeze spray come into play. Whenever you have lace, I'm pretty sure freeze spray come hand in hand with lace. So That's what I'm going to use today. I'm not going to use any glue or anything. I'm just going to use this freeze spray to hold down the lace and melt it in. Right now, I'm just blow drying it and making sure it's lined up completely. And I'm going to blow dry until it's completely dry. Adding more freeze spray on the sideburns because that's the area where most lace tend to lift a lot. So I think I'm just gonna keep adding extra to that side and blow drying it until it's completely done. I'm sorry for being out of frame, but I'm just looking into the mirror, making sure this part is laying down. Okay, now at this point, I'm going to remove my clamps and pull all the hair up into a little bun and take my needle that I already threaded and I'm going to tie a knot off at the end and sew the back of the wig unit down. Now I'm just going to sew right there on that band that's in the back. And I'm just going to sew it across the back of the nape for extra security. Now this is where I start cutting the lace, and I realized that I didn't have enough freeze spray on that part, so I go in with my freeze spray one more time right at the front area and take my blow dryer and dry that completely before I start cutting the lace. And with me cutting the lace, I try to do it in different sections so I won't mess up. It'll be easier to do it in smaller sections so you can see exactly what you're doing and you'll have a more precise cut. And now I'm going in with my scissors to cut all the sections that I'm going to be cutting off the lace. I think I did maybe four or five sections. So yeah, and then I'm gonna change to the eyebrow razor because the eyebrow razor give you a more precise cut and you can actually see exactly where you're cutting it, and it's not a straight line when you cut. It's more of a jagged line. It looks more natural when it's more jagged than straight across. And right here you see me rubbing on the lace. I just put a little of the freeze spray on my fingertips and rub that on the edge of the lace. And as you can see, that lace just melts. I mean, completely melts into my skin. You can hardly see it, but once it's completely dry, it's gonna melt directly into my skin with that freeze spray. And I'm just gonna continue to do this all around the lace until every section is done and laid down completely. So keep watching. Now there were a couple of pieces that I left behind with the eyebrow razor, so I'm going to go back in with my scissors and cut those extra pieces off. Now for time's sake, I just went on and cut the rest of the lace off camera. So I'm now getting started with the baby hairs. I'm gonna pull just these little hairs out in the front where I'm gonna cut off to make the baby hairs. So right now I'm just sectioning off with this edge brush comb. And I'm just gonna section off a small amount for the baby hairs. But right now, what I'm doing is combing out that freeze spray from earlier when I laid it down. If you don't like baby hairs, I can do a tutorial for you on a way where you don't have to lay down your baby hairs. But for this video purpose, I'm gonna show you how I lay down my baby hairs. Yeah, everybody has their own preferences. So right now I'm getting my razor comb and I'm gonna cut these hairs to maybe an inch or an inch and a half. All the way around the hairline. And now I'm gonna take my edge brush, what I usually use to lay down my baby hairs, and I'm using the Got To Be Glued freeze spray to lay those down. So with the brush, I'm just smoothing and brushing. And typically, if your frontal is plucked correctly or if it's pre-plucked correctly, your baby hairs would just fall into place. They just normally just fall into place for me. I'm not for sure for anybody else, but most of the time they just go exactly where I want them to go or lay exactly how I want them to lay. So this is the last step for the frontal series, and that is the styling portion. Thank you for watching to the end, and also I would like to thank all my subscribers for all the love and support. And once I get to 100 subscribers, I will be doing a giveaway. So comment below on what the giveaway should be. Thanks again for the support. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you won't miss any new video uploads, and enjoy the rest of the video. And always, live, love, laugh.